Hello folks, and welcome to my live stream of Final Fantasy 14 online. We're going to get into this, including some video and audio. This is the whole entire mix here, so. But this is Bon on here, Let's Play Gaming. We're doing this right now. The Elm for the King Kupo. With Borsal, Roy wishes to brief you on the latest crisis in Gridania. Not long ago, the Moogle Kuplo Cop visited the Adder's Nest to request an audience with the Elder Seed King. He spoke of an imminent threat to all Moogle kind, one which would imperil the entire 12's wood if left unchecked. You proved an able bastard to the Sylphs, and we would have you reprise the role in their dealings with the Moogles. The rest of you should hear from Kupo Cop himself. He awaits you with the Elder Seed Seer at the Lotus Strip. It should be around this way. There's also another quest here, so we'll do the side quest first. So, missed. Another worker. So we'll do this another time. Do this on other jobs and stuff eventually. As for spirits, most battles that we are trying to pray at. Tamter Deep Corrupt, Hulk Manor, and now this vengeful spirits clutch and claw at a forest home are very subtle, at a very subtle. Will they not be here to free ourselves from the grip? Thank God that Theater would not arrive in time. This is a comprehensive summary of Boyd's inside explosions across the realm, along with the latest theories on how to deal with particular cases of possession. The young man recently approached me to see, hearing that he had fallen under the influence of baleful forces not of this world. As the poor soul told me, he oft awakens in the dark night in parts unknown, with bruises all over his body and no memory of how he arrived there. The mere thought sends shivers up the spine, does it not? It goes without saying that the man was quite distraught. I promised that I would gather what knowledge I could and see what I might be able to clear of his feelings. Thanks to your kind delivery, I am at last armed with the information I need. But there is another road, my subject is damaged. Even as we speak, dark spirits may have seized control of them once more, and yet I must dive into this troubled being to have any hope of saving him. If you could track down the man, I would be much near dead. His sister, Aodok, can be found at Quarry Mill, and may have some knowledge as to his whereabouts. So now, do something else, but do the main quest first. The Silent Conjurer. The other science have already arrived, sir. May I show you in? Ida and Papalinho here. Please, you have to stop them, but you mustn't kill them. They're not bad Moogles, Kupo. They're just misguided. A gentle, no firm thrashing is in order, yes, but no. Calm yourself, Kupo Cop. Can you not see that he hasn't the faintest idea of what you're talking about? Be quiet this instant. Pray forgive his witless outburst, sister. Most grateful am I that you have come, Rabbit, and upon such short notice. Truly, Gridania could not wish for a more stalwart ally. But you are doubtless eager to know wherefore we summoned you. Our friend Kuplo Cop has brought us to news of the most unsettling development. It would seem that good King Moogle Mog the 12th has returned to Eorzea. A curious thing to hear, I know. Truth to tell, I myself cannot say for sure if he is a genuine figure. The mysteries of manifestation Moogle mythology. Kuplo here would have me believe the former. Once upon a time, the Moogle served the gods in the heavens. It was quite nice of them, unspeakably beautiful, unimaginably spacious, and with a literally endless supply of wine, Kupo. In spite of this, or possibly because of the last part, the gods eventually became discontented and started squabbling, which made life jolly difficult for the poor Mughals. So the good King Mughal the 12th, his glorious name lived forever between that. The time had come to leave Kupo. The realm of man would suffice, he said. So all the Mughals were. Unfortunately, the two realms are so far apart that we couldn't safely fly down, but good King Mughal the 12th, may his ridiculous foresight ever be praised, knew exactly what to do, Cobra. He had a rope, you see, the longest one ever woven, that he nobly held while his subjects climbed all the way, down to the world below. And that is how we Mughals came to this land, Kupo. All of us except good King Mughal the 12th. May his courageous sacrifice never be forgotten. He alone would remain in the heavens so that little kind might at last know. Except that he has not remained in the heavens, from what I understand, that being the reason for contacting us, yes? I'll bet he tied the rope to something. Good thinking. Remind me again what the problem was with him returning to Eorzea. The problem either lies in the fact that he was summoned. It is our belief that good King Mughal the 12th of the myth made manifest here in the king's frozen sword by the beast tribes in the summoning of their god. Wait, you're saying a handful of Mughals with a boatload of crystals wished really, really hard, and you just sort of appeared? Would that even work? What I cannot fathom is why they would even try. With Garuda humbled and the ultimate weapon destroyed, what new threat could have prompted them to take such a drastic measure? Might that not in itself be the answer? Twice in the last half-decade, Eorzea has been brought into the very brink of destruction, only to be spared at last by the heroics of the chosen few. To you who braved those tempests and survived by virtue of your own strength, this latest period of peace will doubtless seem a work of respite. But to those who had not the power to defend themselves, who were spared only by another's grace, this is merely the calm before the storm. I think the Mughals' guard are afraid of what tomorrow will bring, and that things may not end so well as they did yesterday. That fear is driven them to call upon a greater power, one they believe can be relied upon to protect their loved ones and their homes from what may. I assure you, the Mughals' guard only want to protect the forest from outsiders. But ever since the return of good King Mughal the 12th, may his boundless grace fill our hearts with love, they started to get a little carried away, people, verging on a lot, in fact. Like the souls who summoned Rama, we cannot discount the possibility that his entity is influencing the Mughals in a matter similar to that of the Primal. We share the same concern. Whoever or whatever the king may be, it is our belief that he poses a threat not only to Mughal kind, but to Gridana as a whole. Thus we do beseech you, Matty, confront good King Mughal the 12th and drive him from our midst. Humbly, I do thank you. The sanctuary of the Mughal guard and the liege lord is concealed by magical wards. Brother Eastern Leon of the Conjurer's Guild would doubtless be able to offer insight on how that might be dispelled. Pray, through this council area you proceed any further. I do. I'm gonna have to stop typing this a little bit. You can hang out there, okay? Alright, so now we gotta go over here to the Conjurer's Guild. The Eastern Neon. Welcome, Maddie, welcome. That you should be the one to face good King Mughal the 12th is a great comfort to meet into the elementals both. As I'm sure you know, the Mughals are not by their nature a warlike race. Yet should the king be suffered to remain, it is like that in his influence will bring about a change in him. Thus does it behoove us to defeat him quickly before any lasting damage is done. Make whatever preparations you think necessary and inform me when you are ready to see the king. Just let's conduct if we haven't done that. Done that one. Oh, we'll go ahead and do this. You have selected regicide. Brother E. Sumion will unfold to you the secrets of good King Mughal XII's magical defenses. The wards barring access to the King's sanctuary can only be nullified through the use of enchanted keystones. The self-state method was employed 5 years ago when the first king was summoned to Aor's camp. It was with great regret that we forced the sanction of the slaying of the guardian who of the keystones could not were in our possession at the time. By the grace of the elementals, however, we have been spared that burden on this occasion. Kuplo Kop confided in me that he had been entrusted with a set of keystones by the Mughals guard themselves. Yet, wishing not to betray their confidence, he begged me to find some other means to gain entry to the king's sanctum. Alas, I have been unable to do so, and dare not labor any longer for fear that the Mughals might succumb to the corrupting influence of the liege lord. We must needs have Kuplo Kop's keystones, Maddie. Pray go to him and beg his assistance. He awaits you at the west shore pier. Impress upon him a great need, and I am certain he will yield. Okay, so the shore pier is all the way over there. A little lantern field. So, how will you do it, Kupo? Oh, he told you about that. Well, if there's truly no other way, I'll do it, Kupo. Take the ferry to Sweet Blue Pier. I'll go on ahead. I better talk to the ferry people. I happen to be heading across the lake to Sweet Blue Pier here in the East Route. Don't dare you lie to me, Kupo. I know what you've been planning, and I won't allow it. Open your eyes, Kupo. The king will never be satisfied, no matter how many crystals you bring him. We offered you a choice, and this is how you repay us by consorting with his hire? Imperials, Gradane, and Selfs, you're no different from the rest of them. Actually, you're worse, Kupo. Traitor to his kin's Mughals, but he plots treason. Enough Kuplo Kop will answer for his crimes soon enough, as will who defy the good King Mughal XII. May his reign forevermore, Kupo. Persia trolls are winners. We gotta stop him before it's too late. I slowed it down so I could read everything. The entrance to Thorn March is deep within the bramble patch, Kupo. If you take me there, I can nullify the word, but be warned. The Mughals guard has set traps to lure enchanted beasts. I can't hide from them, so you'll need to protect me, Kupo. Genders require the escort NPC designated. Okay, so they changed this one a little bit. Because back then he used to just go in different areas and stuff. Now I guess I have him following you, and then you gotta basically escort him. There's definitely change. like there's a lot more enemies kind of like this too. It's crazy. Go through this way. Go through this tunnel. Yeah, maybe everything is pretty fucking bad. Well, yeah, Kuko, I don't see any more beasts, do you? Are you ready with this? Come Kuko, then step closer to the word. Raise your hand and focus, just like Quincy when you listen to the 8 nights Kuko, I'll open faith. The rest is up to you, Kupo. Now go and teach those foolish Muggles a lesson, and send the king back whence he came. Born March Hard now accessible. Do you find my favorite music to do? See if I can sync up to that one real quick. Oh, that's dirty. So I'll do these dungeons first. Oh well. Maybe there's some easy side quests here. Not easy being green. You hear the very adventurous survivor of Wanderer's Palace to explain to the fellows and explains each other and the sources of secret for you. Don't discover why it can't run like an upper one Oscar. Hey, Blozin sent you our way, did he? Well, I'll be thirsty, but you, the art and blood that roped off the Tonberry King's head. Do you remember us? There was a pair around the entrance to the Wanderer's Palace, so you right before that great bleeding Tonberry stabbed us. Or was it we stabbed blood? Indeed we were. 'Twas most unpleasant. Now, adventurer, you are here to do something we would prefer not to do ourselves. Venture into the Wanderer's Palace again. Best we start at the beginning, eh? Like I was saying, we was acting away at Little Tonberries when the big one snuck up behind us. Or we tried to fight it off, but it got the best of us. Never been in worse shape, just lying there bleeding. Hells, I thought we weren't long for the realm. But just as I was thinking of me last words, lo and behold, the Tonberries we'd been having it out with started treating us, nursed us right back to elf they did. That's where I learned the truth about the Tonbies. See, they was only menacing folk because of a curse that you lifted when you slew the Tonberry king. At art that laughter calm and twice as deadly as kindly again. Why, it was a right pleasure having them take care of us for a fair spell. It's a pity those peaceful days didn't last. A band of Mamulja, what call themselves the Silver Scales, came storming into the palace. They say they're mercenaries, but they're nothing but the scum of the bleeding realm. The howling, the blood, and so many dead, as if that weren't enough, the surviving Tonberries were locked away deep in the ruins. Why in the name of the 12 do they deserve such a fate, I ask you? We had grown rather fond of the Tonberries while living amongst them. They have good hearts, no matter how odd their appearance. None of that should matter anyway. This fellow is High Ruin, and I am Mikhailje. And are we lesser a couple for our difference? I should think not. My heart goes out in the time bears truly, to be so betrayed, so ill-treated, and locked away in some horrid dungeon, and by one's own people, no less. My dearest, I know the pain all too well. We both had to leave our birthplace. Why, you ask? Simply because we were different. No, we will not sit idly by and let the time bears be subjected to such terrible treatment. Well said, love, but much as we'd like to give the silver scales the boot ourselves, we can't stand up to the cartload of Mamulja. So please, you'll do it in our place. The Wanderer's Palace is only the only home the Tonberries have got. Now you'll have to speak with Abazi Tarazi and get a ride in his boat across the lake, or what is it now, Bon Voyage? Okay, so we gotta go to the boat, and we gotta talk to Abazi Tarazi. Come on, that treasure hunter's there, Abby. Well, I'll take you across the lake, but be warned, the palace you're making for is held by the Silver Scales, and the leader's the most fearsome of the lot. Now, the Tonberries aren't friends of mine, but even I think the mumbles I have them in prison is wrong. Capturing them, turning them into thralls, go and give the sell swords hell. So, I'm gonna put myself to the Wanderer's Palace. There we go. Now we gotta go speak to Adistan and Camp Tranquil. I think we got a few quests here. We got keepsake, spirits most foul, fear to know odor on the shroud. Yes, I am Addiston. One ever listening to the shroud, pray tell, why have you sought me out? You would come at Lorian's urging. Good heavens, the elementals smile upon me, sending one of the brave souls who snort the cultists for them come before keep. Well met, my friend. I am here at Alvarin Sinner's behest to investigate the keep. You are here because of my findings. Terrible things fester within those ruins, and someone must destroy them. Yes, even though the lands are delicate, and their dealings with void seem plague us no longer. The fell presence hanging over the palace grows stronger by the day. One dweller has ventured into the keep to find the cause. The reports were chilling. Someone has completed the cultist rituals and summoned the most ghastly void sin. However, there remains a leader, peerless in might and malice. You must fell this void sent lord, and so dispel the foulness hanging over the ruins. Maxion guards the gates of Amdapor Keep. I shall alert her to your coming. Now go, my friend, and may the elementals guide you to victory. What brings you back to this tainted place, adventurer? Ah, so you are the one who has answered Brother Addison's call into the ruins. I warn you, though, the keep has never been more perilous. The evil that dwells within has warped the forest life, turning woodland animals to brutish beasts. The place is feral. Our only hope is to slay the void sin at the heart of the castle. If we do not, well, I pray that the elementals guide your way through the keep, adventurer, and your victory brings peace to the forest. Okay, so we're gonna go this other one because I can only finish 5 dungeons at once. Bray is searching for Spinny, you say. How odd. He left here bells ago, saying he would make straight for the fane. No, does not bode well. Perhaps he was summoned to work on the way. He makes a living at the Moon toy sellers, after all, and Master Uramont can be quite the taskmaster. You might do well to ask around there. Doubtless you've already heard, but Spinny hasn't been quite himself of late. I do not want to believe that he would hurt anyone, but I urge you to be aware. Somewhere. Silly. Adolf's brother, I mean Spin, has been on it's been on watch here since daybreak, and after I've never seen neither hide nor hair. When he first started here, he was so devoted to his work that he would rise in the cellars, bells before street. I cannot help but fear that something like this. This thing is saying, great, I can't look for there. Heading from around here since yesterday. For this, I'll believe it when I see it. Like, it was not such a thing before to do it during the past and the hall of the fellows. Spen's gone missing again. The lads worked hard for us, but I can't deny that his attendance has been somewhat erratic. I fear that if he does not get his act together soon, I may have no choice but to let him go. That said, his shift only began only minutes ago. I will give him the benefit of the doubt and trust that he's making his way here as we speak. So we haven't arrived just yet. We gotta wait here. Where am I? Spain? Why, yes, that is my name. Beg your pardon, my lord, but have we met somewhere? Dear me, I've done it again, haven't I? My sister, my colleagues, Brea, and even you. Who have I only just met? I owe all of my most profound apologies. As Brea doubtless told you, it seems I have fallen prey to focus. Forces most sinister. They strike without warning in the black of night, seizing my limbs, inhabiting my mind, rendering me not but a puppet to carry out their dark designs. Come morning I awaken bruised and beaten, with no memory of the horrors I have committed. O guardians of the forest, pray take mercy on my soul. If you're looking for mercy, you're begging up the wrong tree, shite arse, two-faced, swell-swatted, lump of goo-boo dung. Pay no heed to that man's sob stories. The only sinister force has got him in his clutches, old Busker and me. 1,396 gills. Spend now to cover food, drink, and eland fees for the poor sod whose arm is being twisted off. But Master Busker, surely this must be some misunderstanding. My son there patronized your finest house for an occasion, but only for a single drink. I suppose it's true. It's not known the quiet spot for Spin to order more than a single flagon of mead. But by the time that flagon has drained, Spin is no more. In his place is the roaring mead, swilling, punching, kicking, belching, screaming madman whose name strikes fear in the hearts of every man and woman who's ever ordered to drink in God's damn place. Peace. The scourge of the drillers, if not the whole bloody realm. I speak of you, Spencer, of the bottomless pump. This cannot be. I am no scourge. I am a responsible drunkard. I know when to say when. I do not know what madness took me, Master Bastion, but I can assure you that it was an isolated occurrence. Please accept my payment, 1,396 gil in full, along with my profuse apologies for the trouble I have caused. As for the unfortunate fellow who I may have been willing to injure, please assure him that I will return to the Rivers this evening and make amends in person. And with that, I must be off to the cellars. I am already late for my shift, and Master Ermot will be rightly furious if I tarry any longer. Farewell, my good sirs. Ah, yes, the Conjurers Guild. Do tell Bray that I shall endeavor to exercise my own demons. Should the dark forces prove too formidable, I shall call upon her again. I wouldn't get your hopes up. If I had guilt for every time I heard old spins about that nonsense, I'd be a rich man. At last I heard there ain't no incantation what can cure a man's love for liquor. I got this sacrifice. This dungeon. After this dungeon, holler. that is, whatever the greatest was. Here we go. And that's how that's done. As I finish jumping into the I'm gonna take a short break, y'all. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna pause the stream. Alright, I'm back, folks. Alright, so we just completed Palatali. Actually, go back and withdraw. I gotta go to the Conjurer's Guild. Pinch of the bottomless cup, and here I had thought that name only as wives tell, dreamed of mysterious and turned away from the bottle. I must confess, I am somewhat relieved to discover that the spirits that plague the man were more warmly sword. Though that is a small solace to the poor souls that are suffering the meat of this wrath. Sadly for the subduing drunkard is outside my total reason. Should you find a poor man who throws the madness, pray do what you can to restore him to sanity. With your successful delivery, your reputation as letter carrier has grown. Why do smoothskins shun my dance? My dance is dance of vigor and virility. Paper for Mamulja. Mamulja does not want paper. Mamulja wants freedom, freedom to dance. Why does no one understand? Smoothskin wants me to dance? Is some kind of trick to take my coin? No trick, Smoothskin pays coin. Coin for Mamulja. Coin to dance, Mamulja, dance. Do I dream? Do smoothskins finally understand? Too long has Mamulja custom been mocked. Too long has Mamulja hips been fettered. But no more. Smoothskin shows kindness to Bugulja. Bugulja repays kindness, shares proud Mamulja tradition with all. Traditional Mamulja bathing dance will be shunned no more. Today Costa del Sol, tomorrow the Rome. But dance cannot be danced with blooded soil, body soiled. This is Mamulja custom, and custom must not be broken. Bugulja would cleanse body in Bronze Lake where water is warm and sights are stimulating, but smoothskins there have small hearts and narrow minds. Bugulja will go west to the little house where Bugulja can bathe in peace. You are not like other smoothskins. Smoothskins who shun Mamulja. Bugulja is pleased. Bugulja likes the little house. Water is warm, and Smoothskin leaves Bugulja to himself. But enough talk. Soiled body needs cleansing. But Mamulja does not just wash on body. This too is Mamulja way. Smooth skin take water, pour over Bagulja's body. 1, 2, 3 times. Body cleansed, muscles loose. Bagulja will be ready to dance. Ah, warm water flows over me. Sweat and grime washes away. Ah, muscles loosen, joints limber, an uncontrollable urge wells from within. Grah, I can contain it no longer. Bagulja must move. Bagulja must dance. Smoothskin performs cleansing ritual as good as many Mamulja. Bagulja has never felt so alive. Let us visit Master Guruju. I will dance my dance as never before. Ah, there you are. I must say our new dancing master made quite a first impression. I've already taken the liberty of introducing him to the girls. Costa del Sal should be the forefront of an artistic revolution. I can see the tourists walking in, hear the clinking of their ample corn purses. At any rate, the lesson should be getting started any moment now. For all you've done, you're more than welcome to look on. Master Gugudru, other smoothskins shun Mamulja tradition, but you welcome us with arms open. Bagulja will not forget this kindness. Bagulja will be greatest dancing master Costa del Sol ever knew. Traditional Mamulja bathing dance is dance of pleasure, dance of life given. Every lift of leg, every sway of hips is sacred. When you dance Mamulja bathing dance, you must summon vitality from the very depths of your soul. Did you hear that, girls? I'm paying you good coin for this. Don't be shy up there. Yes, Master Gugudru. We've been waiting our whole lives for this chance. We won't let you down. Prepare yourselves. We begin. Huja, Huja, Mamulja has hit its head. It's discerning of, Now, where did everyone run off to? And you, are you feeling quite alright? I do not understand, Master Gudru. Bagulja only dances Master asked me to dance. Pay no mind to the reactions of my servants. I suspect they were simply overwhelmed by the sheer wonder of the spectacle laid before them. 'Tis sadly a common plight with artists who are ahead of their time. That said, it is perhaps the best that we part ways, at least for the time being. Rest assured that you will receive full compensation for your services as you will. Titan's Bane. Ah, you returned. Have you any idea what all that shrieking and retching was about? I, for one, found Bagulja's gyrations positively captivating. I was eagerly anticipating the sight of my fair mates performing this treasure memorial tradition, but alas, once again the common folk proved incapable of appreciating my heightened aesthetic sensibilities. And yet, while I'm a lover of the fine arts, I'm an even greater lover of coin. The highest form of art in the world means nothing to me without an audience, a well-paying audience. As such, I made the most heart-rending decision to renew Master Begulja's contract, effective immediately. In return, I compensated him with a healthy sum and a one-day pass to springs at Bronze Lake. I don't foresee this being a problem, do you? That said, the sheer unbridled passion that the Memurja possessed for the act of bathing is truly a sight to behold. Were only this passion shared by the average order, oh, what fortunes could be had. Okay, we're about to do the Wanderer's Palace hard. Let's do this. Sucks. I gotta learn to do these hard dungeons a lot better. Alright, folks, I'm in a sanctuary, so I'm gonna go repair my gear real quick, and then I gotta start getting ready for bed. Got things to do tonight. Alright, everyone, thank you for joining my stream if you watch at a later date and all that stuff, but anyways, if you like the stream and all that, you like the gameplay and everything, please give me a like and subscribe. This is Von 1989 Gaming, and have a good one.